Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Joseph Favis Jr. I am the owner, founder, and operator of Joe's Dragon's Den Fitness, which is my personal training organization. I am a certified personal trainer through ISSA, as well as a certified bodybuilding specialist, a senior fitness specialist, and a sports nutrition specialist, as well as certified as well as through ISSA in CPR and first aid. This is my submission video for the ISSA Strength and Conditioning Certification course. What I'm about to show you guys today is an example of my layouts for my exercises today, which is legs. Now, there are some fads out there that believe in International Chest Day or National Leg Day. I personally don't follow that. I follow a regimen that I have personally designed to fit my specific needs. I do work a full-time job Monday through Friday, as well as an occasional 6th day. I do as well do personal training on the side, as well as assist others in wanting to change to better themselves. I don't expect anyone to be exactly like me. Everybody's body is different, everybody's schedule is different, so I don't expect anyone to follow the same regimen as I do. So what I'm about to show you guys today is 3 basic movements, as well as some post-workout stretches and a pre-workout exercise that I utilize to get the ball going, if you will. I am also a fitness model competitor, as well as a men's physique competitor in the UFE, the Ultimate Fitness events. This year is my 6th year, so everything I do is based off of those 2 categories I compete in, as well as my basic everyday needs for my full-time job. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. For the record, I am in my basement. I am going to be utilizing my home gym because due to circumstances under the current COVID-19 pandemic that we are currently under, many businesses and gyms are closed, which is highly unfortunate because I would love to show you guys the gym that I used to train at when it was open. However, being that I'm at my home gym, there are no cables and there are no machines. Everything that I'm going to be doing today is all 100% free weight. Personally, I like to use free weights because it allows the athlete to control the exercise, not have the machine or the exercise control, or the machine or the cables, to control the exercise for the athlete. I firmly believe that if the athlete is able to control the exercise that they're utilizing, then they will most definitely be able to achieve their individual results. So again, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. My workouts I like to type up ahead of time because having a set time frame will allow for a more effective result outcome. I tend to start most of my workouts with a very simple session of jumping rope for about 5 to 10 minutes, merely just to warm up my body and to get the blood flowing throughout my system. Now, seeing that I'm going to be doing leg work today, I find it important to warm up especially the leg region as well as the core region, because part of doing leg exercises is having a strong core as well as a strong spine, which I will be explaining later on in this video. Hi, so what I'm about to show you guys right now is the various different leg exercises that I'm going to be utilizing in my training today. We'll be doing some barbell calf raises as well as some barbell squats into barbell stiff leg deadlifts. Now, all 3 of these exercises are going to be targeting the leg regions between my calves, my quads, and my hamstrings. I will be doing voiceovers throughout each exercise to explain the purpose behind each exercise, and how I go about doing them. Being a fitness model competitor as well as a physique competitor in the federation I do competitions through, full body symmetry is vital and key. So it's one of the main reasons why I utilize the training that I do, mixing up 2 to 3 different body parts per each training session, as well as mixing it up with some calisthenics training, plyometrics training, aerobics training, and cardio training to ensure that my symmetry is on point. So I will be doing voiceovers again throughout each of the exercises, explaining the purpose and how to properly execute each exercise. So let's go ahead and get started. So this first exercise that I'm utilizing in my leg workout is the barbell stiff leg deadlifts. Now I've got about 150 pounds on here. That's roughly about 75% of my body weight. Now if you notice, I'm going straight down, keeping my legs straight and my knees locked. The purpose behind this is to target the hamstring area just in between the quad region and the calf region. If you notice, I am wearing a weight belt. I did suffer a back injury when I was younger, so it's important for me to keep my spine as straight as possible, as well as for any athlete to keep their spine straight. The second movement in my leg training exercises is the barbell calf raises. Now I've got about 350 pounds on here. That's roughly double my body weight. If you see how my calves are targeted, I apologize that my feet are not in this video, but I am standing on the very fronts of my toes in order to raise the barbell with my calves. This third and final movement in my training today is the barbell squats. Now, I am continuously wearing the weight belt, as I mentioned previously, that I did suffer a spinal injury, and this is roughly about 75% of my body weight. Now, if you notice, I'm looking straight up, and I'm keeping my spine as straight as possible, targeting mainly my quads. Executing proper form is key in order to target these specific muscle areas. So this is my 8th set on the barbell squats. I am hitting some muscle fatigue and muscle exhaustion because of my training regimen that I designed for my workout today. So I wanted to switch it to a front view to show you guys exactly how the quads are targeted. If you notice that my legs are shoulder width apart, and I'm going straight down and I'm looking up. The reason why I'm looking up is to keep my spine as straight as possible so as not to hunch over and end up causing curvature, because in proper form, if you see right here, I'm doing a rest pause, which allows me to take a few deep breaths. I understand I still have the weight on my back, but I am able to stabilize it while taking the deep breaths to ensure that my form is on point. And then I continue with my workout, going straight down and straight up. And if you notice on this last rep, I'm going to be doing a pause motion where I go straight down and then I hold it for 1 to 2 seconds. Right here, I'm holding it so as to target the quads on my last. Post workouts, I tend to spend about 5 to 10 minutes with some stretching in the regions of the muscles that I utilized in the workout. So since today was legs, I'm utilizing a butterfly stretch in this first one, which targets the groin area. Now, if you notice, I am putting a little bit more pressure on my groin region while I'm holding my feet together, and I'm pushing my knees down by themselves. For added fun, some people like to add weights onto the knees. Now this next one, since I did barbell stiff leg deadlifts, I targeted the hamstring region. So again, post-workout stretching is key and vital to ensure that there's no cramping and no tearing later on. Since we spend most of our day on our feet as it is, I feel that it is important for every athlete to understand, whether you're an athlete or just a regular civilian, who does day-to-day processes to keep their bodies in check, that post-workout stretching is vital to ensure that we can continue to go on with our day without any physical damage. If you notice, I am grabbing my foot with one hand as well as having my other hand on top of my knee. It's to ensure that my leg stays straight so that I can get the full stretch in the desired region. Now, this next post-workout stretch I know seems a bit strange for me to utilize, but if you remember me talking about in the beginning, I talked about keeping my spine straight and how I had suffered a back injury when I was younger several years ago. So doing this Cobra stretch actually helps stretch out my core as well as my spine, and I bring myself straight down and then I just push myself back and reach forward at the same time. This will ensure the stretch of my spine as well as targeting my core region, and I'm pushing my chin down to my knees and reaching out as far as I can. Now, this final stretch I find to be one of my favorites. It's what's called the dragon stretch. You start in a squat position and you just lean over to one side. You keep one leg with the heel on the floor and stretch out the other leg with toes pointed to the ceiling. If you see how I'm grabbing and feeling along the hamstring and quad region, that's the region that you want to target, because when you're stretching like that, you want to make sure that you target that specific region as opposed to any other. So in doing so, we'll make sure that the muscles are loosened up and so that no further cramping will come about. Now, for a finish, I'm doing a prone squat stretch. Now, if I know it's very difficult to tell, but what I'm doing is I'm pushing my knees out with my elbows. And this right here will target the quad region and the groin region. So this is the end of my submission video for the ISSA Strength and Conditioning course. I hope it has been informative as well as beneficial to you all. I hope that you all see the differential in how each different athlete designs their own individual programs. My program is designed personally by me, for me, in comprehension to what I do on a day-to-day basis. So I want to thank ISSA for giving me the opportunity to become certified in this course through them, as well as giving me an opportunity to showcase my skills and abilities, not only as a trainer, but also as a strength and conditioning coach. So thank you very much, and I hope that this has proved that I am capable of becoming a highly certifiable strength and conditioning coach.